Hyakumanben Handmade Market in Kyoto is the market where we make the most money. But at the same time, it's also the one we least want to go to. If you only look at the result, it's absolutely worth it. But if you look at the process, honestly, we don't really want to be here. Well, when you think about it, there's probably no job in the world where you only get paid and never have to suffer a little. So today, we want to share what it's really like to make a living selling handmade work at markets in Kyoto. Because it's probably very different from what you imagine. This is one of the largest handmade markets in Kyoto. For decades, it has been held on the 15th of every month inside Chionji Temple at Hyakumanben. Before we ever became vendors here, back when we were still in college, we came here all the time as visitors. It was actually one of our favorite day spots. We both studied art, craft, and fashion design, so we loved these small things that people make by hand. When you walk into the temple, it's full of stalls, creations, and people. Everything feels alive. Back then, we used to think, this job looks amazing. Doing what you love, selling your work in such a beautiful place. It felt free, like you could come whenever you wanted or take a break whenever you needed. Only later did we realize real freedom is having the option not to come. After 2 years of running stalls, we did manage to support ourselves this way. But we also finally understood what those romantic parts actually cost. Hello, we are Waikun and Nachan, a creator couple living in Kyoto. We share our handmade works and everyday studio life here. Kyoto in winter, 4 a.m. Cold isn't enough to describe it. This basin seemed to trap all the damp, biting cold. From November on, the car windows freeze over every morning. We live in an old wooden house on the outskirts of the city. It's our favorite home. A yard, a big kitchen, a studio, and very quiet. The only problem is, it's terrible at keeping out the cold. As Nachan likes to say, sometimes when I wake up, I honestly can't tell if I slept indoors or outdoors. The first thing we do after getting up is light the kerosene heater, not just for warmth, but because seeing a real flame is the only thing that makes us feel warm. While she does her makeup, I start making our bento. When we first started doing markets, we just grabbed food from convenience stores. Now we are more experienced and trying to save money, so we usually bring our own. After the food is ready, it's still pitch black outside. Not kind of dark, completely dark. We load the artworks, the tent, and all the gear into the car, piece by piece. Honestly, it's best to load everything the day before. But once you get used to something, you even get used to making mistakes. We always think, it's fine, we know how to do it, tomorrow morning we'll be fine. And then we end up like this. A rainy, dark, early morning, carrying things back and forth, hands full, mind panicking, constantly worried we forgot something. Half of our energy for the day is already gone before the market even starts. On mornings like this, we can't help but feel discouraged. So much preparation, all for today. If it rains harder later, weeks of work could just disappear. Can this kind of life really be sustainable? A little after 5 a.m., we arrived at Hyakumanben. Because it's inside a temple, cars aren't allowed in. Everything has to be carried by hand. The tent, the tables, and the artworks. Together, they weigh dozens of kilos, and there's even a steep slope. For 2 years, we used this small camping cart we bought ages ago, dragging it with our own exhausted bodies. Last month, we finally couldn't take it anymore, and spent a lot of money on a new electric cart. After using it once, we immediately regretted not buying it earlier. And then, today, the market announced a new rule. Starting next year, carts won't be allowed in the morning anymore. The reason is noise complaints from nearby residents, which we understand. It is early, but buying an expensive cart only to have it banned right away. The moment we heard the news, our hearts sank. From now on, not just electric carts, Even manual ones won't be allowed. In winter, before dawn, carrying dozens of kilos by hand, multiple trips from a faraway parking lot. But that's a problem for the future. At least today, we're still allowed to use the cart. Under the faint light of the moon and street lamps, all the vendors begin preparing. Hyakumanben is very old. It has a lot of old rules. Sometimes tradition is a good thing. Here, it's not. For example, stall locations are not assigned in advance. You have to wait until 6 a.m. when the temple bell rings. And then everyone chooses their spot at the same time. For us, this is the most stressful part. We are bad at conflict. But if you don't participate, you'll likely be pushed into a corner with almost no foot traffic. What really exhausts us isn't waking up early, and it's not the physical labor. It's having to enter this competitive mindset first thing in the morning. For two introverts who need a full internal debate just to remind a waiter about a dish that's 30 minutes late, this is torture. After setting up the tent, Na-chan arranges the display, and I go find parking. On market days, every nearby lot is already full. I park a kilometer away and walk back. By the time I return, the sky is just starting to lighten. The works we brought today are similar to what we always sell. Embroidery patches and pins, bags and t-shirts with our original characters, and some new works. This fluffy toy-like thing is actually a small zippered pouch. You can put lipstick or coins inside and wear it as an accessory. When we put it on display, we honestly weren't sure. To turn a plush toy into something both cute and functional, Na-chan put in a lot of time and effort, and the price had to be higher. In a time when everyone is holding on to their money, making a non-essential accessory is a gamble. But maybe, in times like this, the comfort and healing we bring people matters even more. By almost 8 a.m., everything is ready. From waking up at 4 a.m. until now, 4 hours have already passed. And this is just the beginning. Once it gets busy, there's no time to eat. So Na-chan eats her bento now. Except, the bento we made early in the morning is frozen solid. A mistake we already made last year and somehow repeated again. All we can do is hope that next year's us remembers. Hot instant noodles from the convenience store are the better choice. As the sun comes out, the weather clears a bit and more customers arrive. This is our favorite part of doing markets. Meeting people face to face who genuinely like our work. Some are first-time visitors. Some are regulars who come every month. They tell us their friends said our pieces were cute or that having our work in a corner of their room makes them feel happier every day. Hearing that wipes away the exhaustion instantly. It makes everything feel worth it. The crowd comes in waves. Sometimes there's a line, sometimes we don't sell a single piece for an hour. Life feels like this too. When things get busy, everything happens at once. And when you finally have time, there's nothing to do. The reaction to the fluffy pouch is even better than we expected. Many people pick it up and don't want to put it down. By the afternoon, all 8 we brought are sold out. Na-chan finally relaxes. That moment is pure happiness. Not just because we made money, but because our effort, our creation, was truly accepted. As the market winds down, vendors chat about how the day went. One seller arrived late, got stuck in a corner, and only made 1/10 of their usual sales. For us, stories like this are both a warning and a source of pressure. Hyakumanben Market is, in terms of time, physical strengths, rules, fees, old traditions, and human relationships, the hardest market we've ever done. Its fame brings crowd and high earnings, but the cost is just as high. Right now, we're still young, we can push through. But what about later? What about when we have kids? We don't have answers yet, but the vendor who didn't do well, he did. He said, I'll come again next time. Early or late, I'll just work with what I get. We admire his attitude, but we're just not quite there yet. From waking up at 4 a.m. to now, 12 hours have passed. Standing all day, forcing ourselves to stay cheerful, talking to customers, we're completely drained. But packing up is the final challenge. Unlike the early morning, cars can't park nearby now. We have to carry everything another kilometer back to the parking lot. On the way home, we always ask the same question. Are we coming back next time? But when you're starving, it's not the right moment to make life decisions. No matter what, right now, we just want something hot. A bowl of steaming ramen to end the day. As for the conclusion, we still don't have one. We complain like these 6 years of our life. Next time, we're definitely not coming. And at the same time, we already submitted the application and set the alarm for 3:30 a.m. next month. If you like what we do here, please leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.